Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and welcome to me building a Curvy Island house in the island of Sulani. Yes, I've got a new expansion pack. It's been a while. I can't even remember the last expansion pack that I got, but I know it's been quite some time. And recently, the reason why I got the expansion pack was one, Origin had a sale on and it went from £35 to £17.49 or something along those lines. Half price basically. I was like, oh, let's have some of that. Second reason why I bought this, because I have had my eye on those kitchen counters for quite some time now, because I have been struggling with kitchens for a while now. And I was just looking at those kitchen counters with a nice waterfall island counters going, oh, they look nice, don't they? And I thought, since it was on sale, why not go ahead and buy it? Another reason why I wanted this pack was because, one, you get like a new world, which is very pretty. I have to say, I do agree with most people. It is stunning. Two, I was wanting the glass floor tile that most people will use as like a ceiling tile, and I have also used as a ceiling tile in this build. Also, I was hanging my eye on the thatched roof and thatched roof lining with like the jangly bits on it. It's like, oh, fancy some of that, because that does come in quite handy for like when you're creating cottages. And we have like a thatched roof, but we don't have like a thatched roof trim, and it looks kind of odd and out of place. But now I don't have that problem now, because I now have that thatched roof lining, or was it like straw hay lining, but I got it now so it doesn't look out of place. So most people probably, when they get this pack, head straight towards the water lots. I didn't do that. I head straight towards this lot. It's at the top of the hill. It's very pretty. It's kind of central to where the main stuff is, and I've just thought it was really, really pretty. And so I started to build this house. I skipped forward because I was struggling with these waterfalls. That was another reason why I wanted this pack, because of these waterfalls, because I've seen so many builds using these waterfalls and I've been wanting to use them, but I didn't have them at the time, so I had to choose the next best thing, which was the Discover University waterfalls. But now with this pack I have them, but they have a massive and absolutely gigantic green surface area, perimeter, a green area. It's huge, and since I wanted this house to have that curvy roof, I actually wanted the curvy roof to actually hug it instead of like a one-handed hug that we got going on here. I actually wanted the roof to hug it, but it didn't do that because the Sims roofing doesn't do that, so I had to go for the one-handed hugger roof. So, and that meant I had to use terrain tools to hide the other half of the roof. And because of that, these waterfalls kept bouncing up and down. And with these massive surface area and the lot size that I had, it wasn't possible to keep that lot size. So I had to change it to this one. This lot would be perfect for a sandcastle home because it is surrounded by sand. It's a little odd and strange at the moment because we have sand and then we've got grass and it's just very obvious, but I didn't know what else to doodles. I needed a grassy lot which was kind of big, and this was the one that I blocked for because that's the only one left I could actually see, because most of these lots are in the water. And I do want to build a house in the water. I was trying last night actually. So I've been looking at some Pinterest houses with like Bora Bora houses, Mexican houses, or like that are in the water, just because I've never seen them. I haven't been in like parts of the world that have those type of houses, so I need a lot of help and I'm just clueless about how to go about it. And I tried last night, everything I'm building, I just didn't like it. Especially when I've seen like amazing houses that sit in the water and mine were looking stupid. And then I eventually built something that I actually really liked, but it wasn't appropriate for the water because it kind of looked like a modern farmhouse. Like, oh, I just spent ages building something to build in the water. And now I built something now I do like, but it's not appropriate for the water because it's more like a modern farmhouse. It's like, oh, it's great, isn't it? Gotta move this, and it's kind of stupid as well. And just to top it all off, my laptop then said, oh, hey, by the way, we gotta stop this recording because you are running out of space on your laptop. Which is great, it's nice to have a nice warning, but last time it did that, it stopped my recording and corrupted it, and so therefore the video in question was no longer usable. And when I saw that last night, I went, oh great, please do not tell me this time you've corrupted my video, because that was annoying last time. And a part of me was like, no, you're not going to like remix it, which is just basically saving the video, the recording that you did. And I'm so glad I remixed it and saved it because it didn't get corrupted. It actually did what it was supposed to do and just stop it and leave it as that. So that's brilliant. So yes, I may have not created a house that's perfect for the water yet in this world yet, but I will do. But I have created a nice modern farmhouse looking thing that I have to build, because recently I've been building and it's been taking quite a lot of my time because it is like a medieval fantasy, ooh, a bit fancy, no it's not fancy, medieval fantasy village, and it is on a 64 by 64 lot, and it is huge because it's the biggest lot size we have. And it's all tiered, it's all like different levels and heights. And I have like a big fancy cathedral-esque churchy thing going on. And it has a lot of houses. And I don't think I'm able to furnish all the houses, but only the church cathedral thing and the shops that are in this village. But I've always wanted to do something like that, and it's taking a lot of time, and I'm realising that I don't really have many builds apart from that to show you. And so it's like, okay, I may have not built a house that's appropriate for the water, but at least I've got a build that I can show you later on, because this medieval fantasy place is taking a lot of time, and once it is all done, I will have like lots of parts for it, but in the meantime I don't have any builds at the moment for you guys to see. Apart from this one, I love this one. I know this pack has been out for a while, so you probably heard this before, but I absolutely love the foliage, the green stuff, the plants, the flowers, the bushes, the waterfalls, the rocks. I love the rocks. I love everything. I love the live edit debug items. They're so pretty. And there were some, I thought they were bushes at first because how small they were, but actually they found in the tree section, like the purple one, that red tree at the back. Oh, that's a nice red tree. I have fallen in love with that colour. I love that red tree. It is my new favourite tree. See you later, cats and dogs tree. But yeah, I love the foliage green stuff in this pack. It's so pretty. And at the beginning, when I was doing the waterfall, when I skipped forward, I was just basically just looking at them and just seeing what they look like out the catalogue, and I wasn't really thinking where they were going or just taking them out, just sticking them somewhere, anywhere, just so I can have a look at them. And they looked great. I didn't have to like reposition them or remove them because they look so pretty, and you got good plants where you can just put them out blindly and not really think about the placement and still look great, because that's what I was doing. But these plants are so pretty. Oh yeah, I started one point and then I didn't get to it, so yeah, the small trees, but I think that look like bushes. I was kind of confused because, yeah, I thought they look like bushes. They're actually trees. But the reason why I thought they were bushes because of their size, and I actually really like the size of them because these small trees are brilliant because you can now scale them up to whatever size that you fancy. Because some of the trees in the game are flipping huge. I mean, it makes sense, they're trees. But even when you scale these massive trees down, they're still flipping huge and they just block the view of your house or whatever view you're going for, and it's just not quite usable. But these trees that kind of look like bushes, because they are small, you can now use them more often and then size them up because they're so tiny. It's like the City Living fluffy rug. The reason why I'm always using it because it is a nice small little dinky rug that you can size up to any perfect size that you have, and it is brilliant. That's why I love using it. And with these like foliage, trees, rock things, I think you can create a house that you perhaps looked brilliant in your head. And I've done that many times. I create, oh, this will look good, wouldn't it? And then I build it in The Sims 4 and it looks like, what the heck is this? This is not what I wanted. It looks horrible. But if you stick some of those, like the trees down, all the plants and stuff like that from this pack, it will make it, I bet it will look great. It will just lift it right up. I've always said a little bit of a tree, a little bit of a plant or a garden or a bush will just make it so much nicer, especially with the stuff that we got now. So yeah, I love the foliage, the gardeny green stuff that comes with this pack. I adore it. I've also noticed the little bulby flowery thing, bush thingy. They are great because they kind of sink in between the void that you can sometimes have if you raise up your terrain and then you put some rocks to cover up the edges of it, but then there's like the void between terrain and rock. You got that middle empty space. I've noticed that the bulby flowery plants actually sink into that void area, which is brilliant because it is so annoying when you have that area and you just want to cover it up, but some plants in the game just don't like it, so they hop off somewhere else like, hey, where you going, mate? You need to be down here. But they don't do that. They sit quite nicely. It was brilliant. I like it. And I've actually noticed some of that with the rocks. The rocks in this pack, they don't really hop about if you stick them near like terrain, because some rocks do that, and I noticed that because I've used them in my medieval fantasy village. I've called it fantasy village, so I'm not restricting myself just to be medieval. I can just float my boat and just do whatever I like with it. So it has like the medieval looking feel of it, but not really medieval. So I'm just doing the kitchen here. We have a lovely curved roof that's kind of hugging it with a one-handed hug, like I mentioned, because Sims 4 roofs can only do one-handed hugs. They don't want to do a two-handed hug where it hugs all of it. So that's fine, but it's yellow, and so I thought it'd be quite nice to add some yellow pops and hints here and there throughout the build, so it kind of matches the roof and it has a nice bit of colour to this. So here I'm making a little modern fireplace. So I did it with the City Living things. I'll just size them down so they have that flamey look, but we're not using the actual look of the thing. So there we go, you can see it. And then I'll just cover them up with some debug slate thingy majiggies. You can see it in a minute. I'm still trying to build up the flaminess, but here you can see, there we go, you can see me dragging out these slates and just checking there if it looks alright, just to cover up the coffee table so it looks like just flamey bits. I was going to use actual coal that we got from Seasons, but One, it was taking way too long because they're tiny. Even when you size them up, they're still tiny. It's a big, large surface area. It's like, oh my god, if I did that, I'd be here for absolutely bloody ages. Let's not do that, shall we? And it was kind of looking slightly weird, so I just used those very flat rocks that we got from this pack in the debug menu. I thought it looked alright because they kind of look like coal, kind of coal-esque, so I thought that looked alright, so that's what I did. Put some shelves up there, lovely pretty mirror with the lovely pretty bars. Oh, I love the indoor plants of this. It's very nice, very pretty. There was one that this one I wanted to use it, but I didn't know where to use it. So I don't think I meant. No, I did manage to use it. I managed to use it in the upstairs main blue bedroom with a seaside-y theme. So I managed to use it there because it was a nice plant. Oh, also, I noticed that this pack goes quite nicely with the Tiny Living Stuff pack, which I thought was slightly strange. But yeah, a lot of the Tiny Living Stuff pack goes quite nicely with this pack. So that's great because I use a lot of that. Look at me, I'm using orange. I've never used orange in a build of mine before, but it felt right because we got the pop of yellow in here, lots of lovely greenery around the place. So it felt right to bring the green inside, and you know what goes with those colours? Orange. And so that's what I decided to doodles. Also, what was I going to say to you? Something just popped into my head and I just said also, but I can't remember what that point was. Or what was it? I don't know. Oh yeah, because of this greenery, because of the lovely foliage greenery that comes with this pack, normally I don't particularly like doing the outside just because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going about it blind, just chucking out a plant at it to see if it looked good. But with the greenery of this pack is so nice that I actually wanted to stay outside and do the gardening. And you can see that in this video because I do take you along with me. You do see me do the... We kind of missed out on the front of the garden. I do apologise. Like I said, I was just so immersed and going, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, is this so pretty? Then halfway through, it was like, oh, hang on. I'm doing the little pond bit for the waterfalls to land in. Oh, I think I should start recording, shouldn't I? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I was just getting very immersed in it. Oh, another thing. If you're seeing a black strip to your left hand side of the screen, I just want to apologise about that because during recording I didn't see it because it is a thing with OBS, which is my recording software, and it turns out that for some reason, I don't know how because I didn't know you could do this, but for some reason the bit where it captures what I'm doing is slightly outside of its square, and somehow it's pushed itself slightly over to the right, so that's why we have a lovely black strip. But I've now noticed that is the reason. You can actually move the capture where it captures it, like your screen bit, so I just need to move it to the left a little bit so we don't have that black strip. But I didn't know it was happening. The only time I realised what was happening was when I started to edit this video. It's like, what the heck is that? Why do I have a black strip against my video? But yeah, I just need to move it slightly to the left. So next time when I record something, one, I need to make sure I'm recording because I've done that so many times. I built something I'm so proud of. I go to like stop my recording and like, oh god, oh, okay. It looks like I wasn't recording at all. Fantastic. So one, I have to check I am recording. Two, I have to check that what it is capturing is actually in its little square capture view, because I don't know. I have to say, I don't know what happened. I have not touched it. I don't know why or how it even moved to slightly to the right. It wasn't me. I have not touched it. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know why it's done this, but it has, and I now know why. Well, not why, but I know what's happening, and I know how to fix it. So apologies for that, and apologies to any other video that has it, because I don't know how many other videos that were filmed that were slightly off to the right, so apologies about that. But I can't do anything about it now, but now I know it's doing it, and I can now fix it. So yeah, apologies for that. That little room in the roofing, because it's in the roofing, it has a bit of a weird wall situation, to the fact that it doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling, because then it will poke through. So you can either change it to like a laundry room. It just looked a bit big for me to be like a laundry room, if you don't like the look of it as a guest bedroom. But you can also keep it as a guest bedroom. I just thought, yeah, it's a little bit big for a laundry room, wasn't it? So those pictures that you saw me put downstairs with the lovely palm trees, I've used them once before because I like them, because we have something very similar in the Tiny Living Stuff pack, but the reason why I don't like using them is because they have a silver frame, and because of that I don't like using it. If it had a black frame, it would be great, it'd be more usable. So that's why I use those ones from the gallery. I put the name of the person who did them in the description box below, so you can find them and have them in your own game. And these pictures here, these sort of beachy-esque pictures, the blue ones, again, I've used them once before in one of my builds. They are from Fruit Loops 40. I love her pictures that she does. Again, you can find them on the gallery. They're not CC. Anyone can use them. You just start typing what you want, you grab it, they come on a wall, and you just basically place them wherever you want. And it's wonderful, because you now get like custom paintings that look great and just like really suit your room a little bit more than the pictures that we have in the game. So this is like the kids' bedroom. I really like the purple bed covering, because I have been trying to use a lot more purple in my game. So I thought, ooh, that's a nice bed cover, and it goes quite nicely with that jungle adventure rug. Again, that pack goes quite nicely with this pack, because that is like a jungle tropical place, where this is more of a hot tropical place. So I thought that would look quite nicely together. I was a bit confused as to how to decorate this bedroom. I was pouring out a lot of colours that will look quite nice for like a suburban bedroom. But no, this is a nice, hot, sunny paradise kind of place. And a suburban looking bedroom just felt a bit odd, so I went for the Moschino pinky, aqua, minty, creamy, geometric looking wallpaper thingy jiggy. I was a bit lost to how to decorate the rest of the kids' bedroom, because I don't know, I don't know, love, I just don't know. So this is basically it for the kids' bedroom. The little square, the square box that has the glass floor tiles that most of us use as glass ceiling tiles. That is a little living room where you would sit down and read some books. And I put down some knickknacks and paddywhacks to give your dog a bone. And I put down a cookie jar, because I thought it would be quite nice. I was thinking, because this is a glass box, basically, this area here, I was thinking with the sun, if this was real, it would be like an oven in this box right here. So I thought about the glass technology that we now have. So we have glass technology where glass can clean itself, which is brilliant. We also have glass technology where you can sort of like regulate the temperature of your room or the house. So I thought, okay, if we are going to have a glass room in this house, in this, what's it called, location, then I would like to think that the glass for this glass box is sort of like glass regulating temperatureness, you know, it regulates the temperature of this room, so you don't sort of like sit there reading your book sweating to death like a pig. Do pigs actually sweat though? That's the point, because we always say, oh, I'm sweating to death like a pig. Or do we say that? Or do we say that? Or no, that sounds strange. No, I'm sweating like a pig. Sweating like a pig, that's the saying, you're sweating like a pig. But do pigs actually sweat? Yes or no? I think someone said they don't sweat, and I was like, what do you mean they don't sweat? I mean, if you think of but if you think about it, pork belly, I don't like pork belly, because normally if I go to a restaurant, I don't care what type of restaurant it is, I don't care if it's fancy pantsy, I will still do this. I will still cut off the fat of anything that I have. So if I have like a steak, I will cut the fat off the steak. So I don't like pork belly, and if you think about it, that's a lot of fat, so why wouldn't the pig sweat? If there's like chicken with seasoning on it, I will then eat it, but if that skin on that chicken is slimy and not cooked, I will rip it off and just eat the chicken bland, because it has to be crispy. But yeah, I don't like eating fat. I will cut it off, even if the meat in question is very lean. I will still, if there's still like a little icky bit of fat, I will cut it off. Like I said, I don't care if I'm in a fancy restaurant, I will still cut it off. And so also, if you're in a restaurant and you feel a bit funny for asking a doggy bag, don't. Okay, just don't feel funny asking for a doggy bag, because at the end of the day, it's good tasty food and you're paying for it, so you might as well. And you're just saving yourself for like time wise later on, because then you can eat it as a lunch or a dinner, or if you're like my mum, breakfast the next morning. So it's fine to ask for a doggy bag, because that's what I've always done like growing up. And also, make sure you eat the most expensive thing on your plate. If you can't eat it all and you don't feel like asking for a doggy bag, because it is a little bit awkward trying to track down a waitress or waiter and sort of like get their eye and go, hey, doggy bags, because sometimes you feel like you're sitting there for blooming ages trying to get their attention. I mean, I get why, because they're very busy, but it's annoying. So if you can't be bothered to track down a doggy bag, then eat the most expensive thing on your plate. But this house Curvy Islandy thingy is coming to an end, so I'm going to leave you guys here. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching, and hopefully I will see you next time to whatever that may be. It could be that modern farmhouse that needs to be relocated. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time, even though I can't see you. So thank you and goodbye.